Hello, don't go anywhere. This is the wrong place, but it might turn out to be the right one. You're here with Joe, and
Aakash, and you're listening to the We've Got
we've got
Nothing
nothing
Left.
left podcast. Oh, I thought
I,
we were saying
I
that
thought I was going to say it.
together. Oh, all right. Let's just go. Get into
Let's
it.
just go. Alon Z, and welcome to a
Oh my god,
special reaction episode of the
I
We've
know
Got Nothing
this is
Left.
this is crazy. This is actually crazy that we're already at the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who.
Mm.
When I remember the 50th like it was yesterday, all those years
Mm.
ago. All those years ago in 2013. But yeah, here we are back, full circle. David Tennant, Catherine Tate,
Yeah,
Russell T Davies. It just feels like
this is the beginning.
2008 nostalgia. It's hitting.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, it's fair to say, isn't it? Definitely the reason why a lot of us got into Doctor Who in the first place.
oh yeah,
Is
yeah,
yeah,
100%. And look, I'll say it. 2008 series 4 of Doctor Who, Donna Noble and the 10th Doctor. It's the best for
you
me.
can't get better
No,
dynamic than that. I literally just
no,
restarted it. We started watching it since the trailer came out, and it's like
yeah,
it's time. That scene in Partners in Crime when they're just miming at each other through the
yeah.
window whilst this like B plot is going on. It's just the writing never got better. It's
No,
honestly
it's the
peak
best. It's the
television.
best. Yeah, it's the best one. It's the best series for me. Um, I just can't think of anything better. But here we are now. We've had what, two trailers for it. Technically five, but three of them have been a bit like sort of
Yeah, but
indents on BBC and
these were called the titles are revealed of the 60th
yes,
anniversary
yes,
specials trailer. So
yeah,
whilst the 50th anniversary was one singular episode, we're going to get a three-part, almost like mini series, I guess, for the
yeah,
60th anniversary. Like
yeah,
sort of how the specials were for David Tennant with Easter, Christmas, that one in
yeah,
November.
yeah. But I'm
Yeah.
hoping these are released sort of weekly, one after the other.
Yeah. There's nothing like when you watch an episode, a lot of the times with TV, you watch them in like real time and stuff.
Yeah,
Or they're all streaming services release all the episodes all in one go. But when a TV show comes out week by week and you get to like live in that moment of just not knowing what's going to happen
yeah,
next, that's
yeah,
something that they've only just started getting back, like with Last of Us and stuff. That sort of
yeah.
excitement.
Or is Russell T Davies going to be a madman and release it all on one night?
No, don't. Don't even put it into the
No,
ether.
no, he might. You know what? I think it might. Maybe it won't be one after the other weekly, and maybe over the period of a month,
Oh, I was going to say, in the sense of
possibly.
like, yeah, so the anniversary is obviously November 23rd, so it's going to be this question of what episode would come out on the 23rd, either the finale
Yeah,
or the
yeah.
first episode. Also, is there a Christmas special coming this
That's the
year?
thing. Yes, yeah, and that will be Shooty Gatwa's first episode. So
So this will lead
you
on
know,
into it. So
yeah,
almost four parts,
I I would
maybe.
like it if the first special was on the 23rd, on the actual 60th
Would be
anniversary.
nice. Yeah,
And then, we would have such a small amount of time between the last special and the
yeah.
Christmas special. It would just be, honestly, November and December will be the best fucking months ever.
Well, because End of
Um,
Time, doesn't that release like a month apart? Those two, you had the Christmas special and then a New Year. That's not a month apart. Sorry, that's like a
nah,
week and a
it's a
bit.
week. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
It was.
felt like a month to me.
Yeah, it did. It did. It did. David's goodbye. I
Yeah,
won't cry. I won't
he's
cry.
back.
But
He's
we're.
back,
I
mate.
know he's
He
back, but
will
we're
never
gonna
go.
fucking go for it again.
He's going to become the 15th Doctor. But shoot you out of a
Well,
job.
look, as much I've seen so many people say, "Oh, but David Tennant, he's taking over Doctor Who all the time." Yes, it fucking deserves to. Thank you very much.
Mm,
He's the Doctor. He is
he
the
is the
Doctor. Anyway,
Doctor.
um, I guess we should get into the trailers
Yeah,
in a minute.
literally. Yeah.
Uh,
Why are we here
um,
again? Yeah.
but we start out. He's walking around Cyberdog
Camden,
in
which
Camden.
Joe just revealed to me is a real place. I honestly was like, is
You
this
were,
related to
you
the
were like,
Cyberman?
Cybermen?
How do
I
they
was like,
build all these statues and stuff? It's
no,
real.
it's like a club, isn't it? It's like I think it's like an indoor rave or something.
Yeah,
which is
my
basically a
theory is
nightclub.
that is the new TARDIS interior. Actually,
Oh,
Cyberdyne,
shit.
the chameleon
Can you
circuit
imagine?
breaks. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, and everyone like goes
Wow.
into the TARDIS. No.
Wow. No, we're talking about the the TARDIS exterior. Sorry, I'm too excited.
Yeah, yeah.
It's remained the same from Jodie's era. I can't speak.
Too
I'm going to start
excited. He's
again.
too excited.
I am. It's remained the same from Jodie's era, not area.
Yes, that is a
Bloody hell.
lovely part of the show, isn't it? With the continuity in a sense
Yeah,
of.
yeah,
But
yeah. And go on.
do you think the inside has changed in the sense of
100%.
he regenerates, and then I will be interested to see if it does change. Why does it change? Because it only really changes when he breaks it, I assume. I mean, he's obviously changed.
Nah.
Well, he changed the desktop out of like
Yeah, like
boredom.
Matt Smith changed it
Yeah. Well, you never know.
just because
He might have left the heating on and messed up the
it
last
blew up.
one. Yeah. Whoops! That was off camera.
No,
Yeah.
it's definitely going to change. It's
That
definitely
would
going
be
to change,
so savage. He was just like, "What the hell is this? What were
mate.
they thinking?" He just
It,
changes it.
that I know we got to get back to the trailer, but that design, that interior, I remember when Jodie's era. I keep saying area.
Yeah.
When Jodie's era, I might just change it to area. Why not? When Jodie's era, sort of happened and was going on,
There
I
was a
was
leak, wasn't
trying.
there? And
No,
I
yeah, there was
remember
a leak, but
you.
not even just that. I was trying my best to keep everyone on board, including you.
You were saying
Uh,
you like the design and stuff. It's new and
I
stuff, and
know I was trying.
I did help. It did help hearing you say that, just because I was like, okay, if Joe likes it, him being a diehard Doctor Who fan, then I'll give it a chance. That's why I
Yeah,
did watch them. I did watch them all, but
but
honestly,
deep down, I didn't like it.
yeah,
I
just yeah, the
didn't.
TARDIS has to be one of the best parts of the show, to be honest, because you see it in every episode. Like,
And look, I'm not one of the people to bash on Jodie's era because so many people do it, and there's just not room for
scapegoater.
someone else.
Yeah, it's not her
Yeah,
fault.
but it's not her fault, and there's so many elements that go into how much of a failure that era was. Look, some bits of it are good, but it's overwhelmingly bad. But
Yeah,
we'll
that's a
do.
whole
I'm
other
sure we'll do
video.
something, yeah, on that one day.
Let's get back to the golden
Yeah,
era.
the trailer, the
So
trailer.
14, got to stop calling him 10.
I
14.
know, 14, yeah, 14.
Also, so he's still got these clothes that he regenerated into, which is interesting. I'd like to talk a little
Hmm.
bit about that because
Yeah,
it gives the idea of like, in a sense of, is this guy actually our universe's doctor? In a sense, there was that theory of him being a Metacrisis doctor, isn't it? Or the parallel
yeah.
Earth type. It seems like his memories are definitely the doctor that we know, for sure, his
Yeah, yeah,
consciousness.
yeah.
But
I'd feel cheated if it was the Metacrisis Doctor.
mm,
I would very much like it to be the next incarnation of the Doctor, but it's been, you know, uh,
there's like a reason behind it. That's
yeah.
because he
It's
never got
been
closure, did
altered,
he? Yeah,
manipulated.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
Well, that brings into the toy maker,
Yes,
Neil
yes,
Patrick Harris.
yeah. Well, he he got to be the toy maker. I mean, things we've
Yeah,
seen.
this is all speculation, isn't it? It's never actually been
We
confirmed who he
don't know.
is.
Yeah.
So
Although there was,
what makes him the toy maker?
well, on set, he's got like a little toy shop, which makes it a bit, you know, suspicious that he's the
Yeah,
toy
literally.
maker.
If he's not a toy
Um,
maker, what's he doing?
yeah, but there's also like a sign on the shop that says uh like world's best toy maker or something. So it's a bit like
Yeah.
oh, okay. But that could be, you know, anything. That could be another person's shop that he's hijacked. You know, it could be
Mm.
anything. But I think it's toy maker.
It's that
I'm pretty sure
idea,
it
isn't
is.
it? There's a lot of classic villains in this, both from
Yeah.
TV and comics,
Well,
which is a
hey,
really
look,
good celebration, isn't it, of the show?
yeah, and the toy makers, the like he hasn't been in it since the first. I'm not counting comics or Big Finish. I'm definitely not counting Big Finish. I'm sorry, but if it's not on screen, I don't count it. I'm sorry.
Paul McGann is
I know
fuming listening to this
someone
right
who will
now.
not agree with will not agree with that. And I'm sure he'll be listening at some point. But
Yeah.
sorry, Joe. But yeah, look, he hasn't been in it since the first Doctor, so that would be such an interesting thing. Like thousands
Yeah.
of years between them. Um, but not just the toy maker, but someone else is back. The love of my life,
Catherine
Donna
Tate.
Noble. Yes, she's back, and I'm. I remember when I heard the news, right, and I saw
Mm.
that image of David Tennant and
That
Catherine
was a year
Tate.
ago today, you know, that
Yeah, I
picture.
know.
And
Today was
you
it?
you were like you saw I don't know if it was like you were hearing speculation about it because you were telling me I think something that you were hearing. I was like, what are you
Yeah,
on about? It's got to be
I
Big
was like,
Finish or
no, it's
something.
gonna happen.
Like,
It's gonna happen. And
yeah,
then it happened, and I was like, oh my god,
the way they
no.
just released it, yeah,
I know.
before it got
I
leaked.
I remember I was around Jake's, and I was like,
Mm.
oh no way, what is this? I thought it was Big Finish or you know or
Yeah, yeah,
something along those lines,
convention,
like a
something. Yeah,
Red Nose Day special or
yeah,
something like
yeah.
that. And then they were like, they're back for like the 60th. I was like, what? What do you mean? Like a comic or something? But no, a
I just
full
love how
on.
that literally originates from fucking lockdown and them everyone
Yeah,
being stuck in their
yeah,
houses being
yeah,
such a bad time, but them doing Doctor
yeah,
Who rewatches with Russell T Davis and then being like,
yeah.
oh, wouldn't it just be nice
Brings
to
them
come back
back.
and do another one, as Tennant said, and then
Yeah,
this
and
is
here
what
they
it
are.
brings.
Here we
Yeah.
are.
We are living in
Um,
such a good era of like nostalgia right now with like
I
Star
know.
Wars,
Oh my god,
Kenobi,
I know.
Spider-Man,
But
like
even you know what? I will say now, Doctor Who, out of all of pop culture, if I need something to comfort, to comfort watch, if
yeah,
I need something to make me cry, to make me laugh,
yeah.
to make me a little bit not scared, but you know what I
It
mean.
makes you
I will
feel a
go back
bit
to Doctor Who.
warm inside as well,
Yeah,
even if it is scary. Like it's got that
yeah,
quality to it, and
yeah,
that's what it's been missing from a while. But this brings it back. Um,
yeah. Doctor Who is just, it's been my life since I can remember it. Not my whole life. I'm not that sad, but maybe I am. But it's been, it's been by our sides.
exactly. It
Never
is.
lets us down. Well, actually,
It's
well, I mean, for 5 years it did let us down a little
yeah,
bit, but
yeah, yeah. We don't talk
you know,
about
we won't
that.
go back there.
Don't reset the
Um,
timeline.
yeah, but it's something that even during that era of Jodie and Chibnall and whatever, it kept going. There was no,
Exactly. That's what you can never
you
say.
know,
Doctor Who always finds a way,
it
even if it gets
thrives, it
cancelled. Yeah,
regenerates.
the
You
fans
know,
do keep it
yeah,
going.
yeah.
Um,
But yeah, back to like Donna and the 60th. Not just Donna, but she has a
Rose.
child.
Is
Yes,
this
Rose,
confirmed to
and
be her
not
child?
Rose Tyler. Well, not well,
Speculated.
not confirmed. I don't think. Actually, maybe I don't know. Um,
Well,
but
yeah, she's
uh,
seen the one, isn't she? Like
yeah, and
Sylvie.
trans as well.
Yeah,
First
that's
trans that I can sort of think of.
yeah. At
First
least in
trans.
a
He
major
has been
role,
Finney.
I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from Heartstopper. Look, I'm not the biggest fan of Heartstopper. It was great. It was great for a generation of LGBTQ of
Young people.
people. Yeah. If I had that when I was younger, my
Yeah.
life might have been different. Um,
Then
but
that's what it
yeah,
is, transferring it to
yeah,
Doctor Who potentially as well.
exactly,
But you
100%.
know what? It's like it's something that is not, in a sense, like it's not prevalent in this trailer. In a sense, like
No, no,
it's not this big thing at
no.
all.
It
Like
doesn't
if
need to be made
yeah,
into a
exactly.
big thing. It should just
She's an
be
actress.
a
She's playing a
natural,
role. Yeah,
everyday
yeah.
thing, which it is.
I mean, that's the show's always championed. Sort of like it's
Yeah,
always it's progressive. It always has been. The fact that the main
yeah. I
character
mean,
would regenerate. It matches. This is
yeah,
matching the world today, which is very nice
yeah,
because I
yeah,
didn't get a sense of like 2005 Russell T Davis from this. The the music isn't necessarily. I don't know if Murray Gold's composed anything here, but it doesn't really sound like him. The only thing that is reminiscent is those opening title sequences. So when
yes,
they release the episode titles, the specials. So we have three specials. We have first special, which is Star Beast, which relates
yeah.
to
If we can quickly talk about
yeah,
that, the Star Beast. For anyone who doesn't know, and I'm not gonna go into the comic story because I know Akash doesn't want to know, which is
yeah,
fair enough because it will probably spoil the first special. But
Mm.
if they do what the comic is, but Star Beast it's literally ripped from a comic from 1980.
That's a Marvel
Um,
comic as well, isn't it? A Marvel
yeah,
Doctor Who comic.
yeah. When Marvel sort of bought the rights to do publishing for Doctor Who in comic form, um, and it's basically a comic about a little furry alien that lands to Earth called Beep the Meep, and it's being hunted by these insectoid characters called the Wrath Warriors, which you see in the trailer with the red bug eyes. And Beep the Meep is the one that Donna Noble
What the hell?
points pokes in the eye, and
Classic Donna.
yeah, like a proper ET moment there as well with the toys around it. It's
Yeah.
great. But yes, the Star Beast, if it is a direct rip from the comics to screen, this will be people will fall in love with Beep the Meep, and
Mm.
yeah, I'm not gonna say anymore, but
Well,
it,
I
it,
think
it will be a complete turn on its head, and it's gonna
mm,
be great if it is. It's gonna be fucking hilarious.
Miriam's just perfect casting. Like any
Yeah,
kid,
I
I
I
just
don't
felt
think
like watching
it's
Chamber of Secrets. Like
you
just
know
her
what,
voice.
it hasn't actually been confirmed that it is her.
Didn't we hear a voice though talking to
Yeah,
Yasmin, the
I'm
Rose?
pretty sure I'm like 99% sure it's
Oh,
Miriam
okay. It's just not
Margolyes.
been, yeah, everything,
No, it's
nothing's
not been
like
confirmed
Neil Patrick Harris's character isn't confirmed, but
as
it's
the
all
toy maker. Yeah, it's just
speculation. Yeah, like
speculation. Yeah,
I'm sure we'll be close with everything. And then,
yeah,
yeah, we then have the second episode, which is fun to
yes,
talk about because,
yeah, yeah. I do.
mostly
Yeah,
redacted. The
Wild Blue
wild,
Yonder.
yeah,
Yeah, interesting title. I know that you were saying earlier that it doesn't really feel like
a Doctor
Russell.
Who title. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, you've got like Boomtown and things like that
Yeah, yeah.
where
It depends on the context, you know. Like,
yeah,
while Blue Yonder will become something that is
yeah,
contextualized, and then we'll look at this
exactly,
differently
yeah,
after watching it. But it's
yeah.
also it's influenced by a piece of sci-fi pop culture that's already been released. I might just
Okay,
look that up very quickly so I don't get any
yeah.
of the facts wrong. But I
Well, just
think,
quickly while you do that, I want
yeah,
to talk about quickly how much we've seen of this second
yes,
supposed teaser, and that is nothing. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that each of these episodes will be an hour long. Um, and from this special, sorry, there's the second episode, Wild Blue Yonder. I have a feeling we've seen about a minute less of it. And in this trailer dropped during or before Eurovision on Saturday, um, it was showing redacted a lot between the Doctor and Donna. And I have a feeling that it's not so much redacted from us, but more redacted from Donna herself. And all of this redacted stuff that's been going on is to do with her memory being redacted about the whole, Doctor Donna situation and the meta crisis. And this episode will be where she gets her memories back.
yeah,
And the Wild Blue Yonder, it sounds like something like so mystical or magical, and she remembers all of that Wild Blue Yonder, if that makes sense in a way.
yeah,
But where he says in the trailer, he says like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Donna," and I just feel like maybe he can't do something, and he's not got the smarts to do. I know it sounds stupid saying that about the Doctor, but Donna's there, and beneath the surface of Donna Noble is the Doctor Donna. It's still there. It's still hanging around, and he needs to give them memories back. Give her the memories back from um, the blowing up of the Crucible and all of that.
yeah. But
Um,
she's got infinite
yeah,
knowledge in the sense of
yeah,
being the Dr. Donna is someone that is like you mentioned. That
yeah.
Ten described her as the smartest. She was the not even the smartest, but she was the what was the line? For one
Can't
special
remember,
moment, she
but
was like the
the most important woman in
yeah
the
most important woman
universe.
in the
Yeah,
universe. That's got to be something. Then
yeah,
in the
yeah,
sense like we never saw a true potential if you think about it. Like it will be sort of maybe she's the one that resolves this. Um,
I think maybe it's a sense that because in one of the redacted trailers that were shown on BBC, like during like adverts, not a
yeah,
main
yeah,
trailer or
yeah,
anything, they sort of it looks like it's after this moment in this trailer where he's like, "I'm sorry, Donna," and she's freaking out, and they jump back to the floor and there's an orange glow um ahead of them. So maybe I have a feeling, and I'm just speculating, but I guess this is what what we're
yeah.
trying to
This,
do.
well, yeah,
Um, that he realized that on this spaceship, whatever it is, and I feel like it's the same spaceship maybe that we see at the beginning of the trailer.
yeah,
Um, assuming that a special one doesn't end on special one and it goes throughout. But whatever spaceship it is, he realizes that there's a way of extracting the memories, extracting the meta crisis from Donna and killing it almost, or containing it.
yeah,
But it could kill her, obviously. So that's why he's
yeah.
apologizing. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. We don't
That's the
know,
thing.
and it's this idea that in this sort of ethos of the show, and it was sort of referred to in the end of time that her head is like on the verge of exploding from
Yeah,
all that infinite knowledge whenever she sees the Doctor, whenever she's reminded of that period. So
yeah,
if he's
yeah.
apologizing to her, she's not going to be in a good state in the sense of that won't
No,
just go away. Like there has to be a reason why they can sort of be in each other's company. He'll do something to resolve it or abate the symptoms, but it's not. I don't think it's going to be like a necessarily easy fix when it's been
no,
so
no. It can't
problematic.
be.
The reason why I had to wipe her memories. So,
Yeah. Look,
um,
Russell T Davies is too good of a writer to
yeah, just
make
be like,
it an easy way out. It has
yeah,
to be deadly. It
emotional
has to be
and
emotional. Yeah.
yeah, and
But
just in
imagine, oh God,
what?
imagine it like
Oh
that
yeah,
moment when she remembers him and
really remembers
remembers
him.
it.
Yeah, that will be the
Oh,
first time we've seen each other properly since
yeah.
2008. Like,
I have a feeling maybe throughout the first special, like she has glimpses of memory and it goes, and then she's confused and she's frustrated and she just wants to sort of
well,
either one way or the other.
it's the
This is what he's
idea
doing
of
for
like
her.
she might not trust him until maybe Wilf
Yeah.
says something.
Oh, Wilf. Oh no, we
I
do get
know.
a glimpse of Wilf's hat in this
I never
trailer.
knew that. Yeah, if you
I
look, I'll get the
know.
timestamp for people because
Oh,
I missed it
I just
completely.
when I heard, I mean, I remember sort of
021.
really
Yeah.
021 if you want to see Wolf's hat. Um, but I remember I think it was about a year ago, like June time or May time that they started filming because it was
Those
after the
leaks.
announcement of
Yeah.
And I remember Twitter. I mean, it was blowing up just knowing that David and Catherine were recording, even with Sylvia. Sylvia's back
Yeah.
as well, Donna's mum, Donna's evil mum, which I'm sure won't be played on as much this time. But um, and then when Bernard Cribbins, sorry, was seen on set as Wilf, it almost blew up more than it did for David and Catherine
He
because I
was
feel
like
like
the nation's
Wilf
granddad.
is
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and Wilf was such a I can't watch the end of time when it's that scene when he's
Yeah.
trying to give Ten the gun. I can't watch that without crying a little bit because
Yeah.
it just reminds me of like it doesn't even remind me of anyone in particular, but like he's like the nation's granddad. He feels like your granddad,
He
and
feels
he
like the
feels
audience
like
as well because he sort of
yeah, he
displays
just
that he
wants
has a
him to
love for the
live.
Doctor. He's got a real love
Yeah,
for the Doctor. He was like
yeah.
us in that scene. And
And I feel like as well, sorry to interrupt, but I feel like the Doctor reminds Wilf of himself as a young man, where he wouldn't kill anyone in battle. Um,
yeah,
and I feel like when he's saying like, oh, when the Doctor says, I'd be proud if you were my dad," it's like, no, I can't have
yeah,
this, knowing that Tem was about to die. And the fact that Wilf was in, in a way, well, not in a way, he was the reason that the 10th Doctor died. It was
yes.
just,
So at least
yeah,
he'll get that sort of satisfaction. Seeing his face again
yeah.
will feel very
You can see his,
nice and
but if
warm.
they, if they probably will, but obviously Bernard Cribbins sadly passed away shortly after. I think
Don't even know if they
they
finished filming, to be
filmed.
honest. Do you think they finished in this
Yeah,
farce, or
I assume so. Yeah, or if they didn't, then they'll
just
handle
use
it
what they
in
have?
a good
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
I'm
I'm
sure.
sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I feel like they need to address it in some way.
Yeah, they probably will write it into it, I imagine.
Yeah, because I remember Russell. There was an award ceremony. I think it was like the main BAFTAs. I know the BAFTAs for TV were last night, but like the BAFTAs for film and just in
Mm.
general were a couple of months back, and they didn't mention him in the memoriam. And Russell T Davies kicked off,
Yeah, I
which is
remember
fair
that on
enough.
social media,
So
yeah.
I doubt that he
Yeah.
wouldn't,
It'll be
even if they
handled all right.
dedicate all of it to him,
Mm.
whatever. But anyway,
I just
obviously,
found what While Blue Yonder was in
go
relation
on,
to.
yeah,
So the synopsis says it's an alien who recounts his race's attempt to colonize Earth and a space mission by human astronauts to find a new home for mankind. So,
okay,
yeah, this film
okay.
came out not too long ago, 2007. Werner Herzog, who played the client in The Mandalorian, directed it.
Oh,
I didn't
oh,
know he
he's
was a
he's
director.
brilliant. Yeah,
Yeah,
he directed, and I'll be very quick, but he directed a brilliant documentary called Grizzly Man, which was about a man who thought he could live with bears, and he took his girlfriend to sort of do it as well, and they both got mauled to death, right? And this has nothing to do with Doctor Who, but just
literally,
quickly,
someone like tunes in right now.
I know, I know, I
What are they
know.
talking
But
about?
then there's like the recording of it, and it's awful. Anyway, back to Doctor Who. Yeah, look, I mean, there's so much to unpack in 30 seconds worth of footage. But it it just was amazing. And then we can see the toy maker, or maybe not the toy maker, dancing with the Doctor. In like it looks like a sort of a riot almost, like something's going on around them.
Yeah, there's some
Like
explosions and
people
stuff that have been happening.
fighting. Yeah, like a motorbike uh, uh,
Flips over.
driving by with a cyclist on it on fire. I think his helmet's on fire.
Mm. Oh,
Um,
this shot at Unit, that was interesting because there's this ventriloquist dummy
yes,
on the screen.
yes. So I've seen a lot of people talking about this, and I saw someone, I can't remember who, and I'm sorry that I can't remember, but there. So the first test of a television, I think, or a television
1920s.
camera or something. Yeah, in the
Yeah.
1920s. I'll try and get a better sort of date. Was of a dummy's head called
Ventriloquist dummy.
Stooky Bill. Yeah, ventriloquist dummy's head called Stooky Bill or Stooky Bill. And this was in 1924. So this is what it says on the web. So it says Stooky Bill or Stooky Bill was the name given to the head of a ventriloquist dummy that Scottish television pioneer John Logie Baird used in his 1924 experiments to transmit a televised image between rooms in his laboratory. So I have a feeling that this head we're seeing on the unit, assuming it is unit, I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah.
going to be unit, on their sort of TV screens on their monitors.
Mm.
I have a feeling this is Stooky Bill or Stooky Bill, placed in there in the television, or the toy maker placed a sort of weird message in televisions from the start, and obviously it's been there because we still use
Your signals
obviously
or
the
like
same, yeah, and it's the same
technology.
technology, well, same software, different case, isn't it?
Yeah.
um uh and
So
I feel like it's been in there because he says like he's been here all along, or he's been on Earth getting in your head. So I
yeah.
feel like the giggle, which is episode three's title, the giggle,
Yeah.
where people I've seen a lot of discourse about it. Oh, it sounds stupid, all of this, but I think, like you were saying earlier, with context, it's going to make sense.
Mm.
Um, and I feel like the giggle is what is going to be, inside everyone's head. Imagine like tons of people, everyone across Earth. It is similar to the Master a bit, so
I was
maybe
thinking
not.
that, yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but a
It could
lot
be
of people
done
like
because it
giggling,
echoes.
yeah,
Russell's
going
always been
mad.
very good at doing like sort of episodes and story arcs which have related to something in the past, like
Yeah,
the Master
yeah,
going back 15 months in time to become the Prime Minister, Atmos
mm,
being in the first episode. So something like
yeah,
this, where if it
yeah,
was this ventriloquist dummy being planted in 1920 to then do something in 2023, it's like 100
mm.
years.
Because they were filming like um 1920s footage. So like I think in the first trailer that was released on Christmas Day, there's like a man walking into the toy shop.
Yeah,
And
people
he's
thought it
in
was the
very
Doctor for some
1920s,
reason,
yeah.
but
He's in very 1920s get
yeah,
up and
blue
it looks
coat but hat.
1920s, yeah.
Yeah,
So maybe
yeah.
that's the guy who designed the TVs, you know.
Because you do have the toy maker or Neil Patrash's character talking about a worldwide premiere of something, and his
Yeah.
hair is longer. So then
Yes.
that shows a different point in
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Um, so then the Doctor might
Now,
have to time travel on this as well.
I've got a question for you.
What?
When obviously Neil Patrick Harris is classically trained in musical theatre, so he's
Mm.
going to get him to sing. When the Doctor and the supposed toy maker are dancing, what's the song?
Oh,
What's the song that's going to be playing? I've got one in mind.
what do you think?
Doctor in Distress. For anyone who doesn't know what Doctor in Distress is, it was a. I'm going to try and get it up on Spotify without actually playing anything. Hold on a minute. It was
Just not sing it for us.
no, I don't actually know how it goes. I would if I could, but it was a Here we go. Oh no, come on, I have it right now. Oh, I can't see it, but it was a song. I think like Colin Baker was on it and a few of the companions and like Peter Davison. It was basically singing about how the Doctor is great and how the Doctor's in distress. It's like
Ah, so
Doctor
is
in distress, like that. So if
oh,
he's
that'd be
like,
interesting.
yeah, but I feel
Little
like
callback.
maybe the toy maker in this bit um isn't the main villain of the episode we're seeing. I feel like this is a special one that we're seeing when he's dancing around with him. Because in the trailer released on Christmas Day, you can see him sort of waving in
Yeah,
like a shroud of
this is
like
a
heat
figure in
wave.
the distance
Yeah.
overwatching,
And
maybe.
like I feel like the Doctor's walking through this like mess of a crowd. And I feel like all these people are hypnotized, like the unit soldier was in one of the
Yeah, and
redacted
he just
things.
grabs the Doctor
Yeah,
maybe and
and he's
explains
like grabs the
some.
Doctor, yeah, and maybe like singing Doctor in distress, and then he's
Mm,
sort of almost like taunting him, like I'm
yeah,
coming, like
because yeah, there's always those
because
scenes of
Russell
like
does it.
yeah, like he did. Ten did it with Inter-School Reunion with the Quillatane
Yeah,
headmaster. They always have an
yeah,
interaction before, and then he'll go, "This is
yeah,
your last chance. I don't give
yeah.
second chances."
I feel like if he like bumps into the toy maker, and then like he catches him, and then he's like he's too flustered, he's too busy to deal with it, and
Mm.
then he looks back and he's gone or something maybe. But it is interesting. It is really interesting to see almost the machinations of what's going to happen, um, and just to speculate. I haven't speculated on Doctor Who for ages. I mean, I remember with Chibnall, this trailer would have probably come out like 2 weeks before the specials started to air.
Yeah, it would not have been as
Like
epic as
not
this.
how many months? 6 months in advance. Like
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Okay, Joe. So I have a question for
Yeah.
you.
Okay, I'm scared.
What year is Doctor Who set in?
You are.
What year is the 60th
Oh no, you
set
can't do
in?
this to me. Oh, okay.
And if you get it
So
wrong, then people will kill you.
yeah, it's true. All right, so it's bloody hell. All right, so it started in 2005 again, New
Yeah.
Who. So it was in 2005. Then halfway through series one, it went to 2006 because of
Mhm.
the year skip
Oh yeah,
with
with Rose.
Rose.
Oh no.
So we were technically in like so when it was Martha, we were technically in 2008. And then Donna, it was 2009. And then I think with Amy Pond
Oh
and
Jesus, that was set in
and
2008, wasn't it? 1996, 2008,
yeah, and then it was set in
2010. It's got to be
2010 because
end of the
I
universe.
think I think Moffat just fucking forgot and he didn't give a shit. And also on the when it says the end of the universe thing, it gives the date
27th of
and it's
April.
2010.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
2010. So
Okay.
I think it's 2010, and then I'm just thinking with Capaldi. I remember with companion reveal for Bill Potts, he's like 2017 needs us,
Yeah,
and the that series 10 is set in 2017. Um, and then Jodie, I think she mentions the year 2020. Uh, so I'm pretty sure currently we're in 2023. I'm pretty
well,
sure.
you heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're back on track. Yeah, yeah,
It's right.
with what is actually present.
It's better
Yeah.
than the MCU, that's for sure. So I'm pretty
Oh,
sure we're
don't. Yeah,
close.
yeah. At least with a time travel show, you can just make
Mm,
make it up completely.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So one thing I wanted to touch on as well is like obviously at the end of this trailer, we're getting this little well, it's the new Doctor Who logo, isn't it? With the regeneration effect, sort of showing the
Yeah,
new era.
yeah.
I'm gonna go and say an unpopular opinion.
Go for it.
I like it, but I don't like it. In the sense of I love the
Okay.
colours. I love the colours. And it looks it's hitting that criteria of sci-fi and sort of magical and everything, and it's
Yeah,
captivating. I just
yeah,
I don't know how I feel with them reusing the classic Doctor Who logo because they have done it in the past with like the third Doctor, I think, and the eighth. I might be lying, to be fair. There is this like idea of the classic Who logo, and some of them are reused on era to era. I just thought if they were going to go with this whole idea of Russell T Davies, David Tennant, Catherine Tate, maybe they could have been cheeky and used the 2005 logo with a different color because
yeah.
I don't know what the opening title is going to be like for this. If it's going to be like 2005's because it's an important part of the show as well. And I'm not saying this logo
Um.
isn't good, but yeah, that was
Well,
just my opinion. Is like why go back to the past where the show's
I get
always
that.
about progressive? But what's your
I get
thoughts?
that. I'll talk about the titles, but just quickly on the sort of the opening.
The time
I feel
vortex.
like I feel like it will go back to um what it was in 2005 to 2009 um
10.
with the time
Oh,
vortex.
nine.
10, yeah, 10ish,
Nine.
yeah, yeah. And the TARDIS flying through it. God, I've missed the TARDIS flying through the titles.
You
Yeah,
never think you'd have to say
yeah,
something like that.
I
It's so
know.
depressing.
But I just feel like if they're going back full on like David Tennant, Catherine Tate, they're going to do the titles as well. They I think even just if someone has been living under a rock, if someone's been living under a rock, right, and they haven't heard anything about these stories or this news or whatever, and they're flicking through the channels and they see that the vortex and the old they oh, I might watch this.
Mm,
Oh, okay, I remember that. But just quickly on the logo, I've been seeing people sort of mainly new Who fans who are so out of touch with classic and they have hardly have ever seen a single thing about it. You don't have to obviously have watched an episode, but
yeah.
whatever. Um, but like they don't know enough about it to sort of comment, and they say, "Oh, it's the Paw Patrol logo because it looks like the Paw Patrol." But this is literally a logo taken from when the Third Doctor was. I'm pretty sure the Third Doctor,
Born, yeah. Went
third,
back
fourth,
into,
sort of
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Um, and look, I'm fine with it. I think it's old, but it's new in a sense that it's very shiny and fresh, and also I think it's almost a little way of saying
Symbolic.
Yeah, and every time we see it, it's always got like a little bit of regeneration energy coming off of it. And I
Mm,
feel like it's saying this is new, this is a new era, but we're going back to basics.
yeah, well, they have to.
Yeah, yeah,
To be
well, you
fair,
can't
this
go
is what
back, yeah.
happens. Yeah. Okay.
Um and so people complaining that, I'm not saying you, I'm not saying you with
I've
the
been writing
logo.
these comments that you're talking about, by
You're gonna report me.
the
No, but I mean like people complaining that everything is just going back to what it was before. But it kind of needs to a little bit. We
way.
need to get people back on board.
I think Doctor Who's one show that can get away with it, to be honest, because everything is connected.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it is. It is, and also people didn't have a problem with Murray Gold being the composer when Moffat was took
yeah,
over. So
true.
like, it isn't,
Harry stuff on.
and they're we haven't really got time to complain about something we have been
Yeah,
given, right? This show could have fucking ended because of what's happened over the last 5 years. It could have been dead in the water, right?
there would be no
And
60th. Yeah.
yeah, and so we people complaining that oh the trailer didn't give us much, oh everything's the same. You could be the reason that this doesn't continue. Please shut up.
Bloody
We
hell.
need this. It's like we don't need it to survive, but it's not just part of our childhood. This is part of British culture. Doctor Who.
No, I get why you're passionate about it.
It's
Yeah, it's like we
it's
nearly lost it. Yeah,
yeah,
like
it almost slipped through our fingers,
it's the
and
fact that the quality has never been there. It's not been the
yeah,
same for a long
yeah,
time.
and
And when you
people
lose the
just need, and
quality,
not just Chibnall, but nearer the end of Moffat, not well, not so much with Bill, but like the beginning, the end of Smith years, beginning of Capaldi years
yeah,
were
it's
not
just a
great.
shame for Peter. Yeah.
Yeah, but his last it was brilliant.
Oh, Series
But
10,
anyway,
amazing. Yeah.
yeah. Um, but those people complaining that they're not getting enough, you're getting more than enough. You're getting fucking too much almost. You don't deserve it. No, I'm
Bloody
joking.
hell.
But
Everyone listening to this is just gonna be like
no, I'm
crying.
joking. I'm joking. But look, we're in a place at the moment where it almost feels like a dream. This it's
It is, isn't it? It's symbolic of 10 coming back. It's like it's
yeah,
regenerated back to
yeah,
2005, and it's like let's just enjoy the ride.
yeah, yeah. And that's it. Don't think too much into it. It's a show about an alien
Yeah,
with two arms in a fucking police
all of what we
box.
said is probably wrong. So I'll
Yeah,
be interested to
and
listen to it back actually once it
yeah,
comes out.
after the specials, we should do. I think we should do one for the specials when they come out.
Oh yeah,
Definitely,
mate,
maybe a
100%.
maybe a little joint one. Maybe,
Oh yeah, ooh,
yeah. But yeah, I think it's a dream come true. Really, I never expected it. I remember the first day when we saw the news about Russell and he'd returned, and I called you
September
up and I was like, oh my god, it's happened.
21. Yeah,
Yeah, 2021, 2 years ago almost. Crazy. But yeah, I think good things come to those who wait. You're right.
yeah, mate.
All right. Well, I think we've got nothing left.